In with a developing story out of Salzburg, Austria, where two people have been arrested with fake Syrian passports. Both are suspected of being linked to the Islamic State and may possibly be connected to the Paris attacks last month. Austrian media reports the suspects are French citizens with Pakistani and Algerian roots who were believed to have crossed into Europe with some of those who carried out the attacks, and they were both arrested in a migrant shelter. And on this issue, we're now joined on the phone from Paris by 24 News contributor Peter Humi. Peter, thank you for joining us. And we see this as an international affair now. Arrests are being done in Turkey, in Belgium, now in Austria. Everyone collaborates.
Well, that's right. I think there's so much at stake that could potentially impact so many countries across Europe and Western Europe, I guess, in particular, that I think we're seeing this kind of cooperation and will continue to see it. Now, news of the latest arrest was only made public this morning when a spokesman for Salzburg State Prosecutor's Office said the two men had actually been detained over the weekend. And according to the Austrian authorities, they had entered Europe, as you say, via Greece with members of the terrorist cell who were later responsible for the bloody November the 13th attacks in Paris that left 130 dead and almost 700 others wounded, of course, all attacks that were later claimed by IS, or Daesh, as IS is known in France. Now, again, according to local media, the two men were arrested because they posed a, quote, real threat, unquote, to security, not just Austria's security, but also possibly countries such as Belgium, Germany, and certainly France. They were believed to have possibly been waiting for instructions as and when and where to strike in the country or indeed elsewhere in Western Europe. And in fact, it's the second time, Jonathan, that in 2 weeks that arrests have been made at the same refugee camp. Two other men had also been detained 2 weeks, as I said, ago for questioning. Now, Austrian authorities are playing down the threat of a terror attack on their territory, but nevertheless, French investigators will obviously be very eager to learn whatever they can from their Austrian counterparts following this the arrest of the two latest suspects. And arrests, as you mentioned earlier, have been taking place as the police net and the police investigation continues to be enforced in countries such as Belgium and Turkey and now Austria. Jonathan.
Yes, so a lot to look for still in this developing story. Peter Humi joining us from Paris. Thank you very much.